Hello angels and welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. Today we're back with another makeup video. I don't really know why that was so hard to say, but today's video is going to be the perfect New Year's Eve makeup look. Hopefully it's going to be the perfect one, but we will see. I've got an idea in my head, which also I'm doing this idea because I got it from Michaela. This is her one and she got it off someone else, so I will put the photos on the screen if I can find them, but this is one I got off Michaela, but obviously she did it from someone else. And I saw this and I thought that's like the perfect New Year's Eve makeup. I really won't be wearing this on New Year's Eve because I do have to work New Year's Eve. I'm in the pub and I'm closing, so I'm working from like 6 until like 1, 2 in the morning. So another year going into the new year in Spoons pub. Not the year just gone. So I went into 2021 at home because we were in lockdown. But the 2 times before that, so going into 2020 and going into 2020, I was at work. So that's fun. So yeah, I wanted to just really do this video. This video up is going up on New Year's Eve. So I don't remember what I was just saying, but I'm really excited to do this makeup look, even if I won't be wearing it on New Year's Eve. Who knows what I'll be wearing, because I want to wear something easy that's easy to take off at the end of the night, because I will be going home and getting into bed. No after parties for me. I'm not about that life, you know? So I'm gonna get myself ready and we'll get straight in with today's video. Okay, so I think I'm ready to start. So I also got my booster today for the COVID vaccine. I got the Pfizer one, I think. When I got my original vaccine, I got the AstraZeneca one. But after I got the first one, they decided they're gonna stop giving it to younger people. So I obviously got the second dose in it. Yeah, but I got the booster today. My arm aches. But I'm used to this now because I got my flu jab last week and my arm ached, so you know, here we are. But the people were so nice. So I got it done in Brighton town in what used to be Topshop. They were really nice in there. It was really hot and there was so many people, and I was like fanning myself because I felt so ill. I was like gonna pass out. And one of the volunteers, I think he'd been watching me, he was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I feel really faint and hot." And he was like, "Do you want some water?" And I was like, "Yes, please," thinking he was just going to get me water and I'd still wait in the queue. Like, I'd been there 20 minutes and I was only halfway through the queue, if that. But then she took me out. He went and got someone, or he made me sit down somewhere. And the lady was like, "Oh, I'll go grab one of the nurses for you." So they took me into like a pod that actually was like 16 or 17-year-old support pod. I was fine. I know I'm fine with getting injections. I think I was just hot in the whole ordeal, but yeah, you know, I just skipped the whole queue. Let's get in with today's look. So I'm gonna start off today by soaping my brows. That's always the first step that we go for. It's kind of cold in my room as well, so yeah, I'm just gonna soap my brows as I usually would. I have a lot to do today. So today, obviously this is a New Year's makeup look, but it's actually currently the 17th of December. I go home in 2 days and I'm trying to get all my filming done so that I can relax over Christmas and New Year's, because I still have uni work and I'm going back to work, but I don't want to have to do filming, and I don't want to have to like do that, you know, while I'm in a house with my loud family, you know. I love them, but yeah, so that's fun. I've got 2 meetings with my lecturers today. One's a presentation that I didn't do Monday, and the other one is a one-to-one with my lecturers. So that's fun. Okay, so now that my brows are set, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. So I'm using two different foundations today. I'm using the Tarte Face Tape in the colour 12N Fair Neutral and the Tarte Foundsealer in the colour 16B Fair Light Beige, and I just mixed these on, oh, that's running out, on the back of my hand. I don't know, you probably can't see the colour difference. I then take the end of a makeup brush and mix them together like so. And then I then take a damp beauty blender. This is probably too damp, but here we are, and kind of just put that on my face. And yeah, also be careful when you are doing your foundation. Don't, like, with a sponge, don't rub it in. I used to do that and a lot of people do that. It seems like a quicker way, but if you just stick with the patting, it's gonna look a lot better. Obviously you rub it in if you're using a brush, but I like to do mine with a sponge. And then you just keep patting that into the skin. Also be careful when you're doing your under eyes. I don't like to go under my eyes with my foundation. I just feel like I just want to keep that clear for when I go in with concealer. I think it just gives a cleaner look, because you don't want to, because it's a sensitive area, you don't want too many products under there, if that makes a lot of sense. So my face is covered in my foundation. I still have a fair bit on the back of my hand, so I'm just gonna keep going over spots on my face and just adding that little extra layer. I'm having really bad breakouts at the moment, if you can see. I'm not really sure where that came from. My skin looked really nice for about a week, and then I got breakouts again. I don't really know why, to be honest. Maybe my face just needs a break from all and every makeup, but that's not possible, really. Also, I know there's foundation in my brows, but I will fix that later on with some pomade, but for now. So all the foundation is now on my face, but I'm just gonna keep going over and trying to press this into my skin, because I want this in like a lot set just by like getting it in my skin, because it seems to last longer if I do that. Okay, so now that my foundation is on and kind of pressed into my skin, I'm gonna go in with some concealer, so don't mind my under eyes, we are about to fix those. So I'm using the Collection Lasting Perfection Blemish Concealer in the colour Ivory 3. This is my all-time favourite concealer, and I'm basically just going to put that under my eyes. This is running out, like so. And I've learnt a trick that if you leave it on for like just to sit there for a few minutes, it's gonna kind of give you just that little bit more coverage that we all want, especially on my under eyes. And then also I go over any blemishes that I feel like weren't really covered with my foundation, and because I'm having many breakouts at the moment, I'm just gonna try and cover those just a little bit better. So now that is on, I'm just gonna let it sit for a minute, just like a minute or two, not much longer than that. Otherwise it will be hard to blend in, I found. But yeah, I let it just sit a minute just to get a bit more coverage, and then I blend it out. So I will blend I usually will go in and blend everything with a concealer out and leave my under eyes for last. Just a personal preference, if you will. Okay, so it is on my face, and I like to just go in and put some concealer on my eyelids to prep them for eyeshadow later on. So now is the time to move on to my contour. Completely just forgot the name of it then. So for my contour, I'm going in with the Morphe Dimension Effect contour stick in the shade Effect 12, and I put this just above where you would think to put it, on my cheekbones. I then put some on my forehead, and then I go down my nose, but I have to be careful with this because if it goes wrong I'm gonna have a wonky looking nose. So okay, so now that it's on, a tip is when to do, if you're doing nose contour, put it on top of your nose, not on the sides, because I used to put it on the sides until I realised that it wasn't making my nose look any thinner. It wasn't really doing anything for me, so we've changed that. But now that my this is on my contour, I'm gonna go in and blend it. So I use this Morphe brush. I couldn't tell you which one it is, it has no number on it, but when I go in with blending my contour, I kind of just brush upwards with this to try and blend it out. I actually did put a bit too much on today, but yeah, we just blend upwards, and then just blend this little line out here. I know it looks crazy, but we're going to go in and fix that in just a second, but first we just need to get all the lines blended out. Takes a bit of time sometimes, especially when I put a lot on like today. Just blend that little line out, but you know, I think this works better than blending it out with a sponge because I have more control. So I do the same thing on the forehead and blend down, and then for my nose, I basically take the brush and the sides of it and just brush down over exactly where I put it. It just blends out the edges. It just blends out those harsh lines that we don't really want. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to tell you I actually got from Eve Jenkins. She did a masterclass and I got this thing from her. So basically when it's kind of blended out, basically you take your wet sponge that you use for your foundation and your concealer and you kind of just go over the lines that you just did. So or not really the lines, like you go over the top where you blended it and the bottom. This just kind of gives it a more natural like blend, and it helps get the top into the skin, but don't go over all of the contour because otherwise that will ruin it, and it just helps to blend it out a bit better. And then I do that on the forehead as well. It just makes a more seamless blend, if you will. And then I just take that on my nose as well, on the edges. And that's that for now. So now we're going to go in with powder. I can't get my products right today. I keep saying the wrong thing. I'm going with my powder. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Shirley's powder, the illuminating one. I'm not a big fan of this, really, but I like to give products the benefit of the doubt. So we're just going with it. And if it doesn't improve, then I will just get a new one. But for now, this is what we're going with. And I just like to dust this all over my face. I like my face to be set. I'm very particular about that. Maybe because I used to have oily skin as a kid in my teens, like 14, 15, which is like 5-6 years ago. My skin's kind of changed since then, or maybe I'm just using the right products, but basically I used to put makeup on and it would just slide all day every day. So now I just feel like that's what's going to happen, so I have to make sure my all of my makeup is set down. Okay, Okay, so my face is set. When I put my powder on, I forgot to say, I don't rub it in. I pat it on with a big fluffy brush. Obviously I don't want to move any of the products I've just put on. I just want to set it down. So let's finish my base kind of before I go on to everything else. So I'm going to take my bronzer. So I'm using the Amazonian, this is the Tarte bronzer, it's Parquet Princess, and it's their Amazonian clay range, if you will. And I just kind of take a brush and I put that where I put that contour earlier, just to give myself a bit more of a bronzy colour, and just blend that out a little bit. Okay, so then once I've done that, I take a kind of small, this is an eyeshadow brush, but it's like square. I then take that bronzer on that brush and I basically use that on my nose to kind of accentuate the nose contour, because it kind of got a bit lost underneath the powder. So I want to bring it back to create the illusion that I have a thinner nose than I do. So I'm going to do my blush now. So I'm using the Morphe 8C Cool Pro palette. This is my favourite one. And I use the shade Hot up in this corner here. And basically just kind of put that above where I put, so I basically just put that above where I put the contour. And I just kind of put it on in upward brush motions. Kind of blend it in to the bronzer that we put on, and it always looks so much more crazy on camera than it does in real life. And I always put on a bit extra, because what I've noticed with this blush especially is that I always put it on and it looks so crazy, and then like it kind of like calms itself down while it's on my skin. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it does. You know, so that looks really crazy, but it will calm itself down a bit. I then take that across the tip of my nose as well, just to give myself some colour. So that's that. I will go in with highlight and everything later on in this look, but I want to get the eyes done first. So I am going to do my eyebrows. I'm using the Maybelline Tattoo Brow Pomade, and I just go over my brows, like they've got a bit lost underneath all the makeup that I've been putting on, so we're gonna sort that out. So I don't do a lot and I don't do thick layers, but just enough to bring the brown colours of my brows back. See how much better that looks, you know, with my brows done. So now is the time to focus on my eyes, and this is where I kind of get a little scared, because this is very different to any of the sort of looks that I ever do, and I wouldn't really wear this on like a normal day. It's a bit out there, you know. I don't really do like black eyeshadow looks, but I did really want to do this because I feel like it's perfect for New Year's Eve. So we're gonna pray that it goes well. Maybe I should have done my eyes first, so in case it goes wrong I can just take it off and my base isn't ruined, but I didn't think about that until now, so you know. Okay, so this is where I get scared. So my plan is to take a black from an eyeshadow palette. So I'm going in with the one from the Jaclyn Hill. This is the volume 2 palette. And I'm just going to take that black in here and use that to lightly map out where I want the shape to go, because I'm not going to go in with like a black liner or black paint if I'm going to mess it up. So if I go in with an eyeshadow, it's going to be easier to hide if it goes wrong, or fix if it goes wrong, you know. So the shape that I'm going for is like a wing. So as I was trying to say earlier, I'm kind of going to go in like a wing. We're going to see how this goes. I'm scared that it's going to look terrible, so so this was one eye. I'm gonna try and match it on this eye and hope that it works out okay, and then if it does, then I will go in and fill it in with the black liner that I'm gonna use. But for now, we're gonna just see how the other one goes. I should have started with this eye because this is my worst eye for doing stuff, so we're gonna see how it goes. Really just don't think they're that even. They're not, and I don't know how to fix it now. I'm gonna say that they're even, and I'm gonna fill them in with eyeshadow, or actually no, I'm gonna go, I don't really know at this point. So now it comes to the scary part. I'm gonna go in with a black paint liner thing, and go over that line and then fill in the black lid, which is scary, but here we are. So I don't like this so far. It just seems very heavy, and that's not really me. But we're gonna give it benefit of the doubt. We're gonna finish the look. Hopefully the glitter will pull it together later on. But I'm just gonna quickly do under my eyes. So I'm just gonna take the same black eyeshadow from earlier on and do that. So I'm gonna work on the inner corner. So I want to kind of, I can't think of the word, like make a little triangle. I can't really think of the word, but I know what I mean in my head, you know. Okay, so now's the time to add the glitter, and I'm not really sure what colour I'm going. Well, I want to go with gold, but I don't really have like a gold like that, so we're going to try and use the gold one from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and see where that takes us. Okay, that works. And I only want that in the middle. I don't want it like in the wing. Okay, so I'm just kind of blending out that edge. I don't know if I love or hate it, like I really can't tell, but I'm gonna go ahead and add some mascara real quick. So I'm gonna go in with the Collection Lash Surge False Lash Effect Lash Mascara, and just so now I'm going to put some actual lashes on. So today I'm going to be using these ones. So these I actually got from Primark the other day. In my Christmas Glam video I tried the other ones out, but today I want to try these ones out. These are the GUA Girls with Attitude lashes. That's all I have to say for that. I don't really know, but we're going to try these out. So you know, the other ones I really like, so if these are terrible I'm gonna swap to those lashes. So those lashes are cute, but I just don't think, so I tried to put those lashes on and they're actually quite cute, but I just don't think that they fit with this look, so I'm gonna go in with these ones instead, which are the 3D angel ones that I had on in another video, because I just think these are gonna fit so much better with this eyeshadow look. Okay, so you can't even really see the lashes, but I think these ones work. They keep, I think I don't put them on right because they keep hitting me. So I don't actually have a nude lipstick for this, so we're gonna do a slightly like pink one instead. So I'm gonna use the Jaclyn Hill's Cosmetics or Jaclyn Cosmetics lip cushion in the colour Promised. I'm gonna take off the lip gloss that I already have on today and just put this on and hope that it doesn't ruin the look and it actually adds to it, but we'll see. I'm barely a part. So I actually really like this at the moment, so I'm gonna quickly go sort my hair out, get changed into a better outfit that I think would go with a New Year's Eve look, and I'll be back soon to do that. Okay, so this is where we are. I curled my hair and kind of put it up, kind of yeah, I curled my curtain bangs and now I'm not sure if I love it or not. You can't really see my top, but I actually really love how this makeup turned out. It's definitely not for everyday wear and it's definitely not something that I would usually go for because of how dark it is, but I actually really love it. So this is my top, not that you can see it, it's sparkly, but I'm going to take some photos in it with this, so that will be on my Instagram at some point. But yeah, so this is the end of this New Year's Eve makeup look. So if you liked this video, please like and subscribe down below because I would love to have you around. On Wednesdays I do book videos, on Fridays I do glam, and on Sundays I do a creative makeup look. So if you're interested in any of those, please stick around because I would love to have you. So thanks again for watching. All my love, angels. Bye.